So come on in, take a sip, let's wind down. We got ourselves a Wednesday grid to hop into. We got the Guardian Cryptic, and it's late. It's oh so late, so I'm drinking what's left of the second bottle from yesterday, the Piccini Chianti Classico 2021. It's a good wine. It has certainly calmed down overnight. The chill on it has just made it fabulous. It's about 55 Fahrenheit. It's just a wonderful glass of vino. So I'm glad that I let it sit around and mature with some oxygen. So it's just fabulous. Set it in the wine fridge last night. Poured a kind of a stout glass, but that's exactly what was left in the bottle. Might as well just get it out, right? So yum. Now let's hop into this Wednesday Cryptic and see what we got today. I was down in southern Bavaria today doing a walkthrough in one of our clinics, both dental and health, and yeah, it was something else. I'm always loving getting out and meeting our providers, our nurses, our technologists, technicians. They're all just wonderful. They really are. Such moved and professional people, and they're dedicated, and I love that about them. So it's just so good to be back, though. So it's late. I'm going to try to fly through this as best as possible. Get this uploaded before it becomes too late an hour. I know people get attached to their schedules, and then work gets in the way, and I apologize for that. So we have a goods transporter in Basingstoke. Every now and then he pops out. Okay. Here we go. All right, Fed, you are the responsible party for setting Cryptic Crossword number 29676. So let's see. So European wine lake, independent start story with good intentions. Start story with good intentions. I think this is like when your grandmother came downstairs and her lipstick was all wrong on her face and she was wearing that lime green polyester pantsuit from the mid-60s, and she's there with that horrible purple ascot, and she's like, well, how do I look? And you're like, you look fabulous, Oma. I think we're talking about a little white lie here. I don't get that. I know we got the wine lake, etc. But starts story with good intentions. That's what kind of got me on that. Be so embarrassing if this is wrong. So I have no idea at all. Let's see. Notice jam setting. So notice or so see something, or a jam, right? Setting in which you've got a jam. So I guess you could spot something, or you could be in a spot. So far, a little bit less edgy than yesterday. Just so much. So, goods transporter in Basingstoke. Every now and then he pops out. No idea. That looks like shopping or something, though. Maybe chopping? Shipping? I don't know. Everything I think so far. For what the grins and giggles, put an ing in here and see if it helps. Son to having cut top off a piece of cake. I don't know. Enter squad and fully explain. So we got this whole thing on the bottom here too. Enter squad. Fully explain. Something like maybe go into detail, because a squad is a detail, right? all right, Lieutenant, I need you and your platoon, you need to send a detail over to such and such. When then me, as a young lieutenant, having to figure out, which 6 dudes I was going to punish, with whatever that was. I'm going to say go into in detail, but the fact that it's working with my G in my shopping thing, whatever that may be, we'll try detail. Let's see if this helps us any. I think that's a good sign too, though, because I'm getting a little bit freer about this stuff. So Picasso had one hot, tense, fleeting encounter with secretary at the outset. Okay, all right, C7. Oh, that's right, we've got this too. And probably ain't gonna make any sense till we get that. Figure that out. Oh God, okay. What do we got over here? A singer's up to something dolce. 2 and 2, maybe add it. I mean, I guess a singer could be a bird, maybe like a tit bird. And of course that didn't do anything for this at all. So let's see, we got any help here. Epidemic and surgeon's focus turns to a little quinine tablet. Well, we got an L there, so maybe a plague for the epidemic. Focus turns to a little quinine tablet. The QU. Maybe plaque. Maybe 25 to 31 days, and finally work is replacing the man's order. Replacing the man's order. The man's order with a Q. Huh, interesting. Bible's clue to get over sin. Over sin, I could anagram essentially to version. I don't see anything else just yet. Certain times is holding evidence of censorship. Oh, certain times. I don't know. I guess I could just jump the gun a bit there. Maybe I'm not going to know. Perhaps Jumbo's assuming animal sanctuary is somewhere near Mayfair. All right. Well, okay. Male, say Labor's half-cut member is leading. A member. What kind of member are we talking about? So we kind of got like a left, liberal, Labor versus conservative or Tory. Half-cut member is leading. I hope we get something else, or boy, it'd be kind of sad. This is what I got. Shipping, chipping, chopping, something, and add it. Perfect copy with small shed to keep computer. And 10 letters. This A here. Do we have an E here by any chance? What's up with conservative housing proposition? Proposition. C25. Oh, come on. Here, Clinique supply round gold dish. Well, perfect. Copy with small shed to keep computer. This is a stretch, but I'm going to say immaculate is perfect. I'm hoping that'll open something up. No. Certain times is holding evidence of censorship. No. Okay. Well, let's just do something else while that cooks a bit in my mind. Drunk drilling on the outside hides power tool. Power tool. Okay. Ready to follow plot that is found in old books. Spouse briefly taking in a stray. Okay, can not fit husband in there. Maybe a wife taking a stray. A stray, taking in a stray. A river dawn. God dang it. Go, I wish that wouldn't jump around like that. Ugh. River dawn. River dawn. Really dawning an outfit? Could you say about me? Where? So taking in a stray. So instead of a wife, maybe a waif. Taking in a stray. So the A. So you maybe drop the E. I don't know how to justify that. Ready to follow plot. No idea. Gosh, you got to give me a shot here, Fed. I got to have something. Drunk drilling on the outside hides power tool. My God. Could this get any more? As LT says, obtuse. No, it could not. What's up with conservative housing proposition? Conservative housing proposition. A proposition is it's a lot of things. It could be a theory. Drunk drilling. And you got a conservative, so you got Tory in there, but then you got to bring it in like an H and an E. If that's the case, is that the housing proposition? Am I missing something with that? I don't know. But okay, C25. Here, Clinique supply. Round gold dish. Now, I don't know about you. Does this look like Lorraine? Lorraine? Here, Clinique supply. I mean, it could be quiche Lorraine? Round gold dish? I don't know. I mean, at this point, I don't know. Alright. Is that helping any of our crap over here? Males say Labor's half-cut member is leading. Maybe Armor? I really missed that Monday grid we had. Perhaps Jumbos? No. 25 to 31 days, and finally work is replacing the man's order. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. I wanted to say quick march, but I don't. You know, okay. Let's go see what the tea helps in a drunk. Like, no, not a thing. Ready to follow plot. C15 again. Bible's clue. To get over. To get over sin. All right. Well, okay. So dock where tide originally has King Canute settled. Unsettled. Subtle satire occasionally stops oppression. Okay. Subtle satire. Okay. Got it. So maybe abstruse. Okay. Okay. I don't know yet. Picasso had one. Hot, tense, fleeting encounter with the secretary at the outset. Well, Picasso had one. Hot, tense. Looks like it could be a paintbrush. Don't get any of the stuff around it other than Picasso had one. So, goods transporter. Okay, I think we got a shopping basket here. Not a shipping basket. So now this makes sense. Goods transporter. So, okay, got it. Maybe. Southern racist moving back to front through dictionary to arrive at rejected. Rejected. And this S and this R, I'm thinking ostracized. Put an S in there so that I don't get that wrong. I hope I didn't get that wrong. Dock where tide originally has King Canute. Unsettled. Canute. Are we talking to truncate? Isn't it funny when I'm not so sure, I get really softer as if you can't hear me, so I can maybe pretend that you didn't hear me say the wrong thing? It's altogether possible. Small county with unlimited accommodation. Unlimited accommodation. Small county. But unlimited accommodation. Beds. Bed sit. I don't know. I mean, that's really a stretch unless I'm just missing something. Okay, we'll deal with that in a second. Maybe this is helpful here. Drunk, drilling on the outside. Drunk. And a tool. Is this a, speaking of members, is this a Todger? I know, I'm like kindergartner. I mean, it's just a funny word. Oh, wow. Ready to follow plot that is found in old books. Oh. Okay, let's go back and see if we got anything over here. Bible's clue to get over. No, that's not going to work. 25 to 31 days, and finally work is replacing the man's order. I mean, I'm going to put in quick march. I said it earlier. I wasn't sure that it worked. I don't know if it's going to work, but at some point, I mean, I'm going to have to do something here to over sin. So I think we've got a revised version. We were kind of on it. I should say I was kind of on it. I'm not trying to throw you into the loop to be guilty with my slow performance here. But now this looks like we might have obedient. And if we're talking about the Old Testament, then I guess that kind of makes sense. Perhaps Jumbo's assuming animal sanctuary is somewhere near Mayfair. I don't know. And certain times is holding evidence of censorship. I try to discover maybe some erasures. And this I don't get at all, but I'm assuming animal sanctuary is somewhere near Mayfair. Don't know. I'm going to go with Park Lane. Feel relatively okay with it. Some of these I just guessed tremendously at, and then it turns out that they kind of lined up. So, sun to having cut top off a piece of cake. I don't know. I see simple in here. Don't get it. Don't understand how that works with any of that. But that's what I'm here to do, is I'm here to learn. Let's take a look. Let's see how we did today. How we do, Bob? And no, I don't see any holes, which is pretty amazing. Let's just go. Yeah, I'm not seeing any X's here or anything to indicate that we're wrong, and so that's great. Would I consider this a win? Not one bit. Again, until I understand exactly how I got to the answer I have without it just being obvious to the visual pattern or something I feel in the clue, right? No, this isn't a win, but this is obviously a great deal of fun. So, Fed, you had me hamstrung, but that's okay. I'm here to learn, and the more tricky, the better, so that's all good. Let's bring down our Benny Dad do, and I was reading my messages coming up the elevator, and I'm late, so I didn't have a chance to sign off on them to reply, but to Colonel Voorhees, Madam Colonel, wow, thank you. That's a very nice compliment. And to one of our other viewers who's been around for a while and watches both New York Times and The Guardian, thank you. I appreciate that. Yesterday's grid was a crazy solve, but again, didn't understand half of it, right? So I'm working on getting it around there. But until we see you tomorrow, just want to say, ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Auf Wiedersehen, Tschüss, Servus, Grüß Gott, Ciao, Cin-Cin. Thank you for liking and subscribing, and thank you so much for the comments. I answer them personally, and when you subscribe, if you have a public account, I always subscribe back. It's just a real pleasure hanging out and solving these grids with you. Be well until we see you on the morrow for the Thursday Cryptic, and until then, take care of yourselves and be nice to strangers if you get it all possible. Cheers.